digest. From lane to the new shining ground, echo chants where the legends are found. Heroes carved in the heart of time, we march on through grit and grime. Oh Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire. Oh Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire. Echoes of King and Greaves in the air. Every goal, the sound declares. Heartbeats pound like a drummer's song, marching forward, fierce and strong. We're the ones who rise in the clash. Numbers running in a white shirt dash. History burns in the roaring crowd. Every game we scream it loud. I'm Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire. We're the ones who rise in the clash. A white shirt dash. History burns in the roaring crowd. Every game we scream it loud. I'm Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire.
Hello. I thought I'd just give you a bit of glory to yourself. Just ease there. Guys, welcome to THFC Till We Die. Yes, it is return, not of the Dermatron, but also return of the Jamesatron as well, as I've now nicknamed him. He has really made my day. I am bouncing. He's back. He's come back to bring balance to the force. He's like Luke Skywalker of this channel. He just brings balance to the force. Firstly, James, how are you, man? It's great to see you, and it's great to hear from you and seeing you. So how are you, sir?
I'm good, thank you. It's been a rough few weeks. It's good to be back doing a show. Lots have happened. It's like
Yeah.
my world collapsed and Spurs came to life. So yeah, it's good to be back. It's good to be able to do a show and feel like I'm in a good enough place to do a show without depressing all our viewers.
Yeah, well, look, we are here. We are talk about Spurs, and I can't find the PDF that I had designed. So what I'm gonna look for that. James, if you can look through the chat and see who's there,
Yes.
and say hello to a few people while I get this. I did have this organized earlier, but I'm just back, and I'm just trying to set up a whole new setup as well.
No, that's all good. That's all good. I'd like to say big up to the big man himself, Big Tequila. How you doing, my man? Hope you are well. Thanks very much for joining the chat and welcoming me back. It's great to be back. We also have Anthony Lynch in the house. He says, greetings from West Cork. Hope your recovery is going well. Any inside info on any transfers? Well, at the minute, it's just the Morgan Gibbs White deal that seems to be the sort of the main talking point, Anthony. Do have a little bit of an update. I don't know if Dermo's got the same information, but I do have a little bit of an update with regards to Morgan Gibbs White. Tequila says, big up James, big up Tequila. We also have Sean Maddox in the house. Big up Sean. Saying big up Dermot. Simon Cohen is certainly joining us along for the ride tonight. He says, evening Dermo and Jack Grealish. Well, I'm not as good looking as Jack Grealish, but I consider myself.
There is a resemblance there. I'm telling you now, there is a resemblance there. I swear I saw you at the Oasis gig on Saturday. Were you the one talking to them fans? Because I swear to God, I looked at that clip and I said to Mrs. Tron, I said, "There's James. You were I tell you, you are the spit of him." So can you go and play for Tottenham, please? Because we really need you.
Yeah, gladly. Even this old man could probably still play for Tottenham. We've got Gigi Lan. He says, big up Dermo and James. Big up Gigi. Welcome back to the show. And he says, welcome, James. And the Hotspur Hub is saying, I despise the Forest owner.
Yeah. I think we all do. We all do.
Yes.
I also want to big up as well to Colin as well. Big up to your Colin. He says, evening, gents. Big up Dermo. Big up James and chat as well. Right. Where do you want to start? It's been quite. I mean, I was off for 2 weeks with my heart. So I was off and I was sitting in the hospital. Suddenly Tottenham are buying players out of nowhere. I'm thinking, who's hit Daniel Levy over the head?
Yeah.
And then we've got the whole thing in the naming rights. I want to start there because with the naming rights, it got me thinking last night. What benefits does Tottenham? What does this benefit Tottenham? So I found out these 3 little things in an article I was reading. And the first one was strengthen Spurs' financial competitiveness. Help attract. Thank you. Help attract and retain top players, and enhance the global branding opportunities for both the club and the sponsor. I mean, out of them 3, James, I think the middle one, I think, is the most important one to us fans, isn't it?
The retention of the top players, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I haven't heard any names being thrown around. I know there is interest on the naming rights with regards to someone in the Saudi or Qatari sort of region.
Google and Amoco. So they're sort of rumoured ones.
I mean, I'd take either of them. But as long as the heritage of the club is also honoured within the naming rights, so I don't want it to be just it's not. There's no sort of link to the club. Very much like the Emirates, the Etihad. There's no link to the club with regards to them. I would like to still see it, but yeah. Definitely exciting times, and it kind of ties into what I was sort of saying about a month ago, where I was saying that it might not be announced until after the summer window's closed that this investment's gonna happen. But it certainly seems with the money that's been sort of thrown around at the moment by the club that they are very much expecting this money to come in.
Yeah, I mean, look. Well, let's start with let's start with MGW. Tottenham did slip in 60,000 bid release calls. However, it came out. However, Spurs found out about it. Either it was from the agent or the player or whatever. It came out. Now, look, we're not stupid. Tapping up happens in every industry around the world.
Yeah,
it happens in football. It happens in business. It happens in every way that it goes. So look, I'm very sort of at the point the Forest owner is a bit of an idiot to me, because he's the one that dropped Crystal Palace into it with UEFA as well.
Yeah.
Am I right to say, James, that if Forest got into the Champions League, he would have been in the same position? Forest
yes, he would. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, with regards to, let's break it down with regards to the release clause. And yes, fair enough. And tapping up happens. I agree. It does happen. If for instance we're accused of tapping up Morgan Gibbs White, surely then Atletico Madrid should be accused of trying to tap up Christian Romero.
Exactly.
Because months and months and months ago, it was rumoured that Romero wanted to go to Atletico Madrid, and Diego Simeone was phoning Romero personally every day. So surely to God, that that would be classified as tapping up. And all right, we put this £60 million release clause bid in. How do we? Let's play devil's advocate. How do we know that Spurs knew that was the figure? Maybe they thought that was a low ball offer for Morgan Gibbs White. Yeah. His English, his quality. Nottingham Forest could have quite easily demanded 75 million, but we've gone in with 60 million, and it just so happens that he's got a release clause of 60 million. Yeah. We don't know the ins and outs of it, and we probably never will. But there's a lot of rumour regarding saying that the Forest owner has already gone to the Premier League, and he's already lodged an official complaint. Yeah. Now, from my source is that he hasn't actually gone to the Premier League as of yet. And this could be just pure and simple a delay tactic. Now, if that is the case, breach of contract. Nottingham Forest are breaching Morgan Gibbs White's contract, which then allows Morgan Gibbs White to walk away from his contract scot-free, and we could sign him for nothing. So Nottingham Forest are walking kind of a fine line with what they're doing with regards to him. I mean, why they don't want to just they're losing a quality player in Morgan Gibbs White. Why they don't just decide to think, okay, let's take the 60 million and let's try and sign some more players ourselves instead of doing this delay tactic where then they could end up still losing the player, may even go for free because they're breaching his contract. And they're not going to get any money out of it in that respect, but also they're lessening the time where they're going to be able to try and find a suitable replacement. So,
I mean, look, they've lost one of their players to Newcastle already, haven't they? So
yes.
To lose over 150 million or 140 million in the space of a summer when you've qualified for Europe is probably not a good look for him. So, he's going to try to play hardball. I think it's ridiculous. We know tapping up happens. Morgan Gibbs was at Tottenham Hotspur ready for a medical.
Yes, he was, yeah.
So, it's... And the fair play to him, though. He's turned up the training. He's in white and blue.
Yeah, I'm going to say, but I do like what he turned up in. He turned up in. That was very good. And the thing is the fact that Nottingham Forest even posted it on their own social media that Morgan Gibbs White is back in training, but he's wearing Spurs colours. I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah. Where are we now on? How do you feel the window's gone so far? I think it's turning into a good window.
Yeah,
at the moment,
it certainly is shaping up that way. With regards to the players that we're looking at, players that we've been deep linked with. There is still other players that I do know that they're looking at, and if we can get Gibbs White over the line and possibly one or two more, I think it's going to be an absolutely phenomenal window.
Yeah.
Certainly if it's the two players, certainly the two attacking players that we're looking at there.
Yeah. Look, we got Kudus over the line while we were both off, which I'm delighted over. I think Kudus is a great player. Did you see him? I saw him in training on YouTube last night. They put clips up of him in training and also his medical when he says, "Let's find your heart." He made the comment, "It's always Tottenham." And I thought, A, that's brilliant for us, but B, that must be a dagger in the heart for them West Ham fans.
Yeah.
But
and the fact that we got that deal over the line relatively smoothly, considering that we don't do business with West Ham, but it went very smooth. So yeah, I think it's a good acquisition. Where he's going to fit into the team with regards to also assigning Matisse Tell this window. But I think it does start to give us a little bit more strength in depth.
It does, yeah.
For that attacking sort of front three. Because obviously we've still got
striker. We do need a second striker. We definitely do.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely think we need a second striker to sort of to back up Solanke. Yeah, I couldn't get my words out.
I don't think Charlison's that player. I think he's too injury prone, and I think he has to be moved on. But with the outgoings, I mean, look, we spent 25 million on Danso, 35 million on Tell, 5 million on that South Japanese.
For Kataki.
And then 55 million for Kudos, and possibly 60 million for Gibbs White. You're looking at over 200 million spent. I mean, when have Tottenham ever spent that summer? It's very
not outright, because it's and from what I've been led to believe, there's no sort of pay structure in these deals either. This is just out and out buying the player. Here's your money, take it and go.
So where's it coming from?
Yeah. So again, where's this money coming from? Has it come from? Has Vinay, the new what's his official title now? Head of football operations, whatever it is. I think it is.
I mean, hotspot. Yeah. Carrington and Vinny are in control at the club, right? And are in control of the club now. I don't know if that's true or not, but it's just so unlike Levy, isn't it? And you've been fans for a long time. Like, it's so unlike Levy.
And it's very much unlike Spurs to just literally throw money at players. And I think it's about time. It's about time.
Yeah.
That's where I think I'm at. It's about time.
Look, I want to go through over a few things. Big up to everyone's in the house, and do hit the like button. Do hit the we've got Anthony Lynch saying the young Croatian centre back is the best beast. Hope he stays. Oh yeah, the centre back we've got as well.
Oh, Vuskovic. Luka Vuskovic. Yeah, I mean, everybody keeps saying that he's a new signing, but he was actually bought last summer, but he just stayed out on loan because of his age. He couldn't legally move over to England because of his age, because he was only 17. But now he's thinking. I hope he stays as well. I hope he's in and around the first team, because I think he's another player that looks very promising.
Well, look, let's go over what we've got coming up. Of course, we do kick off, and we're back. We are back, James. Spurs are back. And of course, you've got all the pre-season friendlies live here on THFC Till We Die, either with me, hopefully with me and James. We're doing a few if he's around. Me and Steve will do some as well. But we've got Reading on Saturday, James. Look, Saturday's all about fitness, isn't it? It's all about fitness, and so we're not really expecting much out of it, are we?
No. I mean, it's not going to be a game that's going to set everything on fire. There'll be a lot of changes, but it may give us a look at how Thomas Frank wants to set up Tottenham, and certainly give us a better understanding of how he sees. Because I can see probably what he'll do is, certainly with the players that have come back from being, because everybody's back now in pre-season training. We've got no international players on extended breaks or anything like that. So I think it will be interesting to see who he considers his first team, because I think probably for the first 20, 30 minutes, it will be a very, very strong starting 11, because I can see him playing 3 teams. Not making 11 substitutions all at once, but what I can see is sort of like the first half an hour, 40 minutes of the game, it will predominantly be his first team players. And then for the second half an hour, 40 minutes, it will be players who he wants to have a closer look at, you sort of fringe players who are looking to break in, sort of like Jamie Donnelly,
Dane Scarlett,
Dane Scarlett, and
more.
Yeah, more as well, and some of the younger lads, and then probably more in the latter sort of like 20 minutes, 10 minutes of the game. It will probably more be predominantly sort of players who he wants to be around the first team, but are not necessarily his first or second choice players. So those sort of players who are going to be rotational for injuries and things like that, but they're still going to need fitness in the legs and things like that.
I would love to see Donnelly get a go. I would like to see Ashley Phillips get a go. I would like to see Moore get more of a go on the left side. I would like to see Kudos get a run out as well on Saturday. I think also Kinksky, I want to see him start Saturday. I think you need to get Kinksy, give him a bit of time in the goal, probably for the first 2 friendlies. But it's the youngsters, isn't it? It's Ashley Phillips, it's Jamie Donnelly, who, for what I've been told and for what I'm hearing and what I've read, that he's going to be kept around the first team this season.
Again,
you've got a group of young players, haven't you, that are going to be fundamental to us this season. And was that a downside of Ange, do you think? I think it was, that we didn't use the youngsters enough, where we had to.
I think with some of the players, the injuries forced his hands in some respects, in regards to what he was playing or how he was going to play. But I think he didn't give enough opportunity to some of the younger lads when they were playing well. Like Mikey Moore played so many games. He did play quite a few games and made it good impact appearances. But I think some of those good impact appearances should have warranted him maybe getting a start. And I don't think he gave them the opportunity. He was more interested in trying to get the players back who he wanted back and sort of shoehorning them into the team. Sean Maddox says, given the injuries to Kulu and Madders, there's probably minutes for Donnelly. Absolutely, I agree, Sean. Although Kulu is back in light training work as well at the moment, so it does look good for the start of the season. Madders, I haven't really seen much on him or heard much.
I saw a bit of him yesterday. He's just back, so I saw a bit of him the other day doing a bit of weight training. Jesus, to put them through the weight training, that was just unreal. I want to say big up to Wayne Bonner as well, who goes, good evening, one and all. Hope you're all well. I can never get that right. Tequila and Philip Brady, the only ones I've got that spot on.
For good.
Yeah.
You got to channel your inner Robin Williams from Good Morning Vietnam. That's what you got to do. So it's got to be more of a good evening.
Vietnam. Right.
Yeah.
He says we're going to narrowly beat Reading. He says narrowly, 156-0. That's a tight game. That is a very tight game. Big up.
I think.
Yeah, go on. Sorry, man.
I was just going to say, I think that's. I don't think we could get away with anything less, really. I think 155-0, it'd be considered a disappointing game.
Yeah, Right, we got this. Yeah, we got this from Tim, and this is on X. Now, this is from Himothy, THFC Himothy. Now, this is only rumored. I don't take anything unless I hear it from the people that we use, and take that for granted. But apparently, he's saying, well, you got one or two things right last season. So, but this is credited to him. He's saying that from him at THFC Himothy on X, the release clause for Morgan Gibbs White is not all paid up front. It is over 2 years. Spurs have offered extra money to help the talks. The Forest owner wants more. However, it seems Forest have done something wrong in the legal process. Spurs are filing a complaint. So that was posted about about an hour ago, an hour and a bit ago. Look, you treat everything you read with a bit of contempt, don't you? A little bit of, okay, unless we know it's true. But if that is true, then it's getting very complicated, isn't it? Why don't just go, do you know what? All right, we'll take the 60 million. You can have them, and we'll move on.
Yeah. It kind of contradicts what I'm hearing regarding the payment structure. And I could understand if Spurs are then saying, okay, we're only going to give you 30 million now and 30 million later. Yes, it is the 60 million release clause. But as far as I'm aware, a release clause has to be paid in total, unless it can be agreed by clubs. Like Crystal Palace were saying with the Eze deal, they were happy to take it in a payment structure.
I don't think that deal's dead. Be honest with you, James. I don't think that deal's dead at all.
No, I think it's. I think it's very interesting, but it's gone quiet. But it's gone quiet, and like any transfer for Eze has gone quiet.
Yeah.
Like maybe Crystal Palace are mulling over what their next move is and how they're gonna. And they've been very preoccupied with trying to keep themselves in the Europa League as well. So
I mean, that is shocking what's happened there. But look, we'll do that more, and we're starting a new podcast on Sunday, the Premier League podcast. So please join us for that at 8. Then we got 2 massive games coming up. This one I cannot believe it's happening, but it's happening in Hong Kong. It is a North London derby at 10 o'clock in the morning. That's gonna fucking kill me to get up early for that one, but I will be there. And then we've got Sonny and going to South Korea. We're playing Newcastle in the Seoul World Cup Stadium. Look, North London derby. That we have to win that. I don't care if it's a friendly or if it's a cup game or a league game. North London derbies, I want to beat Arsenal as much as Arsenal probably want to beat us. Do you think it's a very good idea? Do you think this is where football's going? Because
I think it's about expanding the brand and sort of because what you got to think as well is the Premier League is one of the biggest, most watched leagues in the world. So I think it's good for the non-UK based fans that these sort of things happen. But I can definitely see more friendlies being played outside of the UK. But let's be honest, there's going to be nothing friendly about that friendly.
No.
That's going to be the biggest bloodbath friendly in history. A North London derby, and the fans are going to want to see a little bit of passion from the players as well. So I think it's going to be a cracking game, and I would like to see us beat Arsenal as well.
So would I. Of course, we've got Newcastle. Then we've got Bayern Munich for the Telecom Cup. We can become the champions of that, and then it's the big one. Then it is the big one. The UEFA Super Cup, the first sort of competitive final for Frankie. He can win his first major trophy as Spurs manager, of course, on the 13th of August. I watched a bit of the PSG-Chelsea game on Sunday, James. and PSG
Yes.
didn't. They didn't seem to scare me. I
No.
don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because they've already won the Europa. They won the Champions League, and they felt, well, we've climbed that mountain. We've
Yeah.
proved who we are now. And I just feel this is a very winnable game for us. I think it is.
Yeah. I think it is as well. And the slight advantage that we've got is because of how far Paris Saint-Germain went in the Club World Cup. They are obligated to give their players a break. Oh,
Yeah.
1 second. I do apologise. My phone's ringing. 1 second.
No, it's okay. I think what James is saying, to give the time for the players to give a break and also to give them time off, which actually is a very good point. I just think it's a winnable game. I just really do. I don't think PSG offer me anything. They really don't. Big up to Tequila. It's about the money, Dermo, as most things are on Planet. Yeah, it is. We've got big up the Jazz. It says a desperate buyer looking to shoehorn in on Eze. Yeah, well, they did buy the Palace player there. Was it earlier in the transfer window as well? So that'd be 2 Palace players going there. The club has the prerogative to decide how they like the payment to be structured. That is true, Greg. Wayne says the Forest owner is a childish. That. Just to let you know, guys, I am live tomorrow at 2, and we have Dan from Forest Talk. Let me get the name of the channel, and he is coming on to talk about the Morgan's Kid White deal. I want to get a Forest fans' point of view from this, and we were talking today on X on Talk Forest TV. Guys, he's coming on tomorrow at 2:00, so join me for that, and where we get a Forest fans' point of view. And also, we're going to talk a little bit also about Nuno, because he's both managed both clubs, and really just look at what he hopes for this season. And also, we're going to talk about the owner and what does he feel. So we've got a bit to discuss, but I think Morgan Gibbs White's going to be the big talking point for us. I'm not going to read that out to I'll just see what you've said. A few to start here. We've got Hotspur Hub. Big up to your Hotspur Hub. Palimas are preparing to get a close to Spurs asking price set at 55 million quid and make Richie one of the highest paid players. Well, Richie going back to the Brazil wouldn't be a bad idea, guys, because of the World Cup coming up this year. And with him winning first in football, I think absolutely spot on. Let's go back and see who else is in the chat. Why the hell are we playing Arsenal in pre-season? Well, we did a couple of years ago, David, if you remember. And they did, and we did beat them at home. And I think that was I forget, was it under? It wasn't Ange's first game. Was it Nuno? I forget who was manager then. But we did beat them 1-0. But yeah, it's just money making exercise, isn't it? Big up to Greg. He says, I'm glad you have someone that isn't that Wolfie, who's been on some other channels. For the first perspective, man, he's insufferable. No, this fella is spot on. He's a good lad. I'm looking forward to having him on. And what we're going to do during the season as well, when we play Forest, he's going to come back onto my channel, our channel. And then when we play Forest again, I'm going to go onto his. We're going to sort of link up and do a bit of do a few collabs during the season, so I'm looking forward to that. David said Forest have been trying to get Gibbs White to sign an extension to his contract for a while, but he has refused to do so. This was broken on Sky earlier, and I was looking at that. And it's very telling, David, that he doesn't want to sign the new contract. He doesn't want to stay at Forest. And I suppose when the club comes into you, a big club comes into you, and they're playing Champions League football, and they have the access to more money, better facilities. You're playing in a better team, so better players. So you sort of go up the other level in your career. And also Champions League football is the carrot, and every player wants to play in Champions League football. So look, I look, no disrespect to Forest, but I just think Gibbs White would actually do better in the Spurs side. Now, where do you play Gibbs White? I was speaking to somebody yesterday who told me he would like to see Gibbs White as a box-to-box player, like a Brian Robson type player or a Roy Keane type player, which I could see him doing. Or do you play more of an attacking midfielder? And does that put pressure on James Maddison then to actually pull up his socks and actually start putting in some performances? It is a World Cup year, and he wants to go to the World Cup. So are we also going to see the best of James Maddison this year as well? Anthony Lynch says, Dermo, any truth in the Wharton rumours? Look, all I've heard is that Crystal Palace have lumped a very massive sum on Wharton. I think close to 100 million quid on Wharton. They're not going to want to let him go, but I would love him at Tottenham. Can you imagine a midfield of Gibbs White, Wharton, and Bentancur in that midfield tree? I mean, that would be some or
Bergvall.
Bergvall. Look, I was talking about Gibbs White and where would you play him? Somebody said to me yesterday he could do a Roy Keane type role, like United did, box to box midfielder. I would love to see him do that. I think that is his position. I think would be a good position for him.
I think having someone like Gibbs White playing a box-to-box role with sort of an attacking midfielder in front, someone like Madders or Kudus or even Kulusevski, and then having someone solid behind like Bergvall or Bentancur, I think that would then make our midfield very, very strong, and the ability to be able to swap the players in and out, because then you could play Pape Sarr in the box-to-box sort of role with Bentancur. You've still got Archie Gray, who's still there as well. I think it's sort of the players that we've added in gives that that midfield absolute amazing quality in depth. Not just strength, it gives you quality in depth. And that's one thing that Spurs have been lacking over the last couple of years.
They have.
Is quality in depth.
It is, and we're getting that now. Now, also, I was very excited to see today, James. I was cock-a-hoop. See the Bill Nick Gates coming back home, being put up at Tottenham. I can't wait to go over. I'm looking to go over to the Man United game in November.
Yeah,
that's my game. So hopefully you and your Man United cousin, who supports that red side of Manchester, get to come down, get tickets and come down, because it'd be great to see you two. Do some content while we're there as well from a pub, the number 8 bar. But look, I'm really excited about this season. It's something about Champions League, isn't it? This season, and we just need it to go right. But I want to go back to the naming rights. So I'm going to finish sort of off there where we started. What's your view in it all? Is Levy sort of finished at Tottenham? Because look, he's lost on a column. We've got Carrington and Vinny have come in. A lot of rumours going around that Vinny's our new chairman, which I cannot confirm or deny, but they're the rumours. We know that they are talking to Saudis. Also an American owner has been mentioned. So we know that 2 companies. How do you see it going? My vision, my idea how it's going is, James, is going to be a footballers Man United style takeover. Thank you very much, Mr. Levy. You've done your job as chairman. Go and look after the business side. Vinny, you're our new chairman. You're in charge of the football side.
Yeah. I can see it happening like that. I think the writing's been on the wall for Daniel for a long time. A couple of I mean, in fairness, he's had a good innings. He's had a good run with us. He has done. Yeah, and he has done good things. I'm not going to completely and utterly slate the guy who's basically helped save the club and put us in a strong financial situation. But there's putting someone in a strong financial situation and then hamstringing somebody. Because that's what I think he's basically done for the last 5 or 6 years, is hamstring the club.
Yeah.
And it's even going back to as far as the Pochettino era, you could say, where we had those summers where we didn't sign a single player, where we had summer, winter, summer, we didn't sign a single player. That hamstrings a club. I've just seen what Tequila's put me.
I don't know if I can actually put it up.
That one. I'll put it on Dermo. I don't care.
I do, because we might get them. Oh yeah, I've seen what he's put now. It's okay, Jay. Oh yeah. Okay, there we go. It's okay. I had to read it because he put something in earlier about cats.
Yeah.
I couldn't bring it up because of what he put in. But yeah, okay. We could bring that up. Just behave, Tequila. Behave. It's okay, James. I'll do it for you. Screw Daniel Levy. I hope Yo gives him a big slap when he sees him next. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I said it on Dave's the other night. Daniel Levy deserves a lot of criticism, but I think you got to be fair-minded. You got to give him credit where credit's due. And I think, look, you have your opinion. You have a right to hate the man. You have a right to dislike the man. But you cannot just have one focus on him. You've got to look at the bigger picture.
Yeah.
And I think us as Tottenham fans, we've been so starved at success. We've been so starved of anything, of challenging for anything. We saw the change for Tottenham. Do you think it really did? I'm not saying change for Tottenham have made this happen, but what I'm also saying is maybe has Daniel Levy read the room and think, okay, maybe I do need to move on. Or maybe is there inside pressure for him to go from the Enoch Lewis Trust? Is there pressure from there to go?
So I think it could be coming from both both sides. I think it's I think he's read the room and realised that the room's not with him anymore. Whereas before, he did have a big backing and a big support in the fact that, and a lot of Spurs fans gave him grace with regards to being frugal in the transfer windows. But I think he's read the room, he's getting pressure, and he sort of sees that he's not going to have the control for the control he's got for such a small stake in the club. I think he sees that his time is up, and I think he's basically now trying to make this his swan song. Yeah.
Or they're trying to make the succession as nicely as possible. I like this one from David Clark. He says Joe Lewis Trust has brought in Tom Liston, Joe's Ali Edge, Florence Laffey, Victoria Tipson from. I read this today that they've gone to Atlantis 8 to improve our commercial prospects, and Peter Carrington hasn't come to clean the toilets. Where are you on all of this though? It's very unlike Tottenham, isn't it? This window, and that's the bit that is the bit that's hello. What's going on? Because this is someone like us. I mean, we're looking to get one good player. We could end up getting 2 or 3.
We could end up getting 3 or 4 if the other rumours are to be, like I say, the other players that I've been told that we are in, I won't say advanced talks, but we're in further talks. So it's not just someone we're interested. Yeah, so it's people that we've mentioned before. So for Xavi Simons, that's still burning away slowly. I'm still getting updates regarding that. That we are still talking. It is a player that we are still interested in, and it's negotiating. It's just a negotiating process with the Xavi Simons deal. Also, there is the Vissa transfer as well.
Yeah.
That we is just rumbling along in the background. And the one that I mentioned at the very start of the window and is looking more and more prevalent that it could be a potential signing is Dusan Vlahovic from Juventus.
Yeah, see that one.
Um,
I don't doubt where you get your news from, but doesn't he want to stay in Italy? What he doesn't want
he,
to come to the Premier League. So what would make him change his mind, do you think? Or is it because is it Juventus will not sell him to Milan and you're gonna have to
Juventus
go where
won't,
they sell him?
yeah, Juventus won't sell him to a direct rival. And Juventus putting their eggs firmly in the Randall Kolo Muani sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're putting their eggs in that basket. So I think if he really wants to declare himself as one of the best strikers in Europe, he needs
He's
to
got to
come
come
to
to
the
the
Premier
Premier
League.
League.
Yeah, he's
He
got to
does.
come to the Premier League, and he's got to be
I,
able to do it in the Premier League. And maybe his reluctance to come to the Premier League may be even just a good thing for us, because if he doesn't come and his career nosedives, then we've dodged that bullet.
yeah, that's true. I mean, Arsenal are gonna in the middle of getting Gyökeres, so that could look good. That could go
Yeah,
through any time now. I mean,
yeah.
I've still come back to it. The Eze deal. I still have a gut feeling he'll end up at Tottenham. I just have
Yeah,
this
again,
gut
it's
feeling.
not it's not been completely ruled
No,
out. It's not been sort of completely dismissed, and we're not pursuing it. We've just
mm,
cooled our interest a little bit
yeah,
because we've looked at other targets. Mainly, maybe we cooled our interest and didn't push so hard on Eze because we were concerned on other targets
mm,
potentially missing out on potentially other targets. So we've thought, okay, well, we know where Eze lies, we know what Crystal
yeah.
Palace want. Let's just take a step back and let them think about it, and they know where we are. So we'll just push ahead on our other transfers. And it can
Oh,
sometimes spark clubs into maybe making a decision with regards to their own players,
mm,
because if they see, like, Crystal Palace are not going to want to miss out on that money. So if they see Spurs spending money, they may then become concerned that we're going to run out of money, and think, okay, yeah, you can have him for this money, and we'll take it in instalments. Please don't spend all your money on other players, and then we're left holding a player that doesn't want to be here anymore.
right. I'm just gonna do something. I need to mention something. I'll tell you what we do. I'll do that. We'll mention big up to Big Bad Ron. Big up, Ron. How you doing, man? He says, hello, my Spurs sibling signets. Big up to you. Right. I'm gonna run the VPN. We'll have to give Colin O'Connor a bit of airtime, let him loosen these vocal cords. And then we're
Yep.
gonna come back. We're gonna just gonna play a little bit of a game before we end up. We're going to try to name the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium what it's going to be named. And the most funniest comment in the chat will get comment at the stream. And also, James, I want to get your final thoughts on Thomas Frank. And I want to see if you and me are on the same page. Now, guys, just very quickly, I am the Hotspur Hood, who runs his own Tottenham channel, is doing I'm trying to say it's from my member Dave in the chat, and I don't know if Dave can come in. He's in a members chat. It said, is it possible to mention the post about the young Spurs fan that needs help on channel to spread the word? Hotspur Hood, good link above. There will be a charity stream in 2 to 3. Now, I don't know much about this. I have reached out to Hotspur Hood and said to him, look, as the channel, we will help in any way we can. This young lad, he's not very well as I think at the moment. Maybe you can look up James on your phone or something and just have a bit of what you can about it. But we will. So I have reached out to him and we said, look, as a channel, we do what we can. Any young lad, any young Spurs fan that needs help, we'll be there. And of course, if they are doing a charity stream, we will jump on and do our bit, as we all should. Right, let's go quickly do our channel sponsor, Private Internet Access, the best private internet access around. I still think it's 85% off, but you do get 2 years and you get 4 months free at the end of that as well. But you don't hear it from me. You don't want James telling you about it because we don't know what we're talking about. All we know, we get given the VPN and it's great. We can use it. There is one man who can talk about it. His name is Killian O'Connor. He is the most famous Doncaster man around. He's even more famous than Jeremy Clarkson. And that says a lot about Jeremy Clarkson. But on that bombshell, his column to tell you all about private internet access.
Let me talk to you. A little reference there. But I'm going to stop messing about. I'm going to talk to you about private internet access, the best VPN in the land. Now, when you're online, you may not realize, but all of your data is there for the taking by anybody. With a VPN such as private internet access, your data is safe and secure, streamlined, and nobody else can get hold of it. That's why I use one anyway. VPN's very easy to use. Private internet access, all you got to do is log on your phone, select where you want to be. So I want to be in America, and I click go, and there we are. You can also link up your devices to it from your phone if that is easier for you. It's available on a lot of platforms as well. As you can see, you can use it for a very, very big range of things. So that's even better as well. You can use it, like I said, on all your devices, smartphone, tablets, gaming consoles, and stick it on your modem. And it's unlimited devices. One equals all. It's available all across the world, and it works perfectly. What they do is they mask your IP address, so pesky 3 o'clock kickoffs aren't an issue anymore, and they're independently audited, so there's no logs, 30 million customers, and 4.5-star Trustpilot rated excellent review. Private internet access. Get yours now.
And of course, it is 2 months. You get for 2 years, 85% off plus 4 months free. I use it, and I used it all the last season, and I watched every game. 3 o'clock blackouts, not a problem for me. I know James is the same, and of course, with pre-season as well, guys. All the games, all the pre-season games will be on Spurs Play. At the moment, I think if you get one membership with them, it goes down to €35. They're doing a deal at the moment, €45 for the year for all your Tottenham content. But of course, we'll be streaming them as watch-alongs here. Of course we will. But if you want to watch the game alongside us, they'll be all on Spurs Play. So do get that as well. That's where you can find the Tottenham games. Now, young James, young
Yes.
Padawan, as the young Jedi sitting there, bringing balance to the Force. I want to let you have a go at this, right? Tottenham naming rights.
Yes.
What do you think the new Spurs Stadium will be called? Hopefully, might be by the start of the season. Now, I want people in the chat to get involved in this as well. I want you to the most funniest one will get picked out. I could look. We know we've got two here. We've got the Google and Amoco. Amoco are actually title sponsors for Aston Martin Formula One team.
Yeah.
So they're very much in Formula One.
And we do have the Formula One track underneath.
We do.
Underneath the stadium.
Does that actually make a point at that? Does that have a link in where we might be going? Do you think there could be a link up with Formula One here?
It could be. Could have a Spurs Formula One team in a couple of years' time. Why not?
Oh, great. I'll be up for that. Just I would recommend people go and watch the F1 movie. I saw clips of it. I haven't seen the full movie yet. It looks brilliant.
Oh, I've seen it.
Is it good?
I have seen. It's very good. It's very, very good. Yeah, definitely worth a watch.
Is it very realistic? That's the point.
Certain things are very realistic, and then there is other things that kind of make you think, You can tell this is a film. Big Bad Rom, I like that one. The My Little Pony Stadium. The one that
I'm sorry.
the one that I was thinking of was
oh no. It's absolutely I knew this was gonna be a bad idea.
yeah. Yeah, you see, GG Land 68's just sort of stole my one there. Is
Oh,
the
that one.
yeah, that one, yeah.
That's what we
Toilet
call
bowl.
that's what we call the Aviva over here, by the way. That's the nickname for that stadium in Dublin.
The toilet bowl.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, he says we already had a racing team in Super League Formula. God, that was back in the 90s. That was we had a Tottenham team, yeah. Jesus.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
We've got Tato, Johnny. Onion rings are the best onion rings in the world. Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mrs. Tron's nodding her head. Yes, that is so true. What else? We've got the Rainbow Stadium. Come on, Tequila, you can do better than that. You can do better than that. You can do far better than that. That's not even near your best. That's just you not thinking. I want the best from you. I think that's what it will be called, if I'm being bluntly honest.
Yeah.
Would you want a link to the past in the name?
I wouldn't mind it being called Armaco Lane. So it kind of ties in the new and the old. So like it keeps our heritage with White Hart Lane. And rather than it just be the Armaco Arena, the Armaco Lane, or even the Armaco Lane Arena sounds pretty good. I quite like the sound of that.
See, I don't like the Emirates Stadium. That just sounds too.
Yeah,
it sounds.
It's
horrible.
just a bit bland. It's just bland.
But are you sad these old type stadium names are going? Like Highbury's gone. Main Road's gone. What else?
White Hart Lane's gone. Stamford Bridge is gone. Goodison Park is gone.
Could Old Trafford be going? Could that be the next
one?
Well,
there is. I do know, because obviously stopping with our call at the moment, we have been talking a few things, football and everything, and he did tell me about there is plans drawn up for a new Manchester United stadium. So yeah, it's supposedly somewhere in the region of about 100,000 seat stadium we're looking at.
Oh, was that the one with the tent?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not Old Trafford. If I was them, I'd just rebuild Old Trafford.
Well, it would be. They would be looking at doing something like what Spurs did in regards to the stadium build. Is basically staying in there and then knocking it down completely in a complete rebuild on the ground of where Old Trafford was, and then playing their home games elsewhere for the time being. I mean, where they're going to play their home games, because I can't see them being allowed to play their home games at Wembley, given how far they are.
I think they're going to keep Old Trafford going until the new stadium's built, and then they're going to move straight in from Old Trafford into the new stadium. That was my understanding, but Colin knows more than us, knows more than me. So, Big Bad Ron says Ireland has the best crisps in the world. Yes, to do. Period. Exactly. I'm loving Kerry here. It's beautiful. Yeah, it is lovely down in Kerry. And you've been so lucky with the weather as well, Big Bad Ron. It's been beautiful here in Ireland. Absolutely gorgeous. Greg says the new United Stadium plan looks like a holiday park. I named the crap design then Nicky Butler Stadium. Colin, if you're watching, we're sorry. I used to pull the doll's head off my sister's dolls when I was a wee lad. They used to frighten me. There you go.
Okay.
All right. Big up, big
Serial
man.
killer much?
Yeah. I'm saying nothing. We like all people in our chat. We welcome everyone in. Yeah, the more the merrier. When I play Football Manager Mobile, they offer me the new stadium. I always pick the Steve Perriman Stadium. See, I go for the Bill Nick Stadium.
Yeah.
See, for me, but I know somebody's want to come in and get that brand out there. Only fans, Dermer, the only fans stadium. That's the Keelers.
The OnlyFans Dermo does series.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay, he has come back with a better one. He says the Andy Booth Arena, my pick.
Yeah.
All right, we'll move on. That's a big bird on tequila. That was a bit of fun. Right, just want to finish off on this. Thomas Frank. Look, you and me have been off for a while, so we really haven't had a chance to talk about Thomas Frank and the end of Ange. And I know it seems so long ago now, doesn't it? Of Ange being on top of the Tottenham Hotspur outside the stadium shouting season 3 is always better than season 2.
Yeah.
Then look, I know I got criticised for this in our chat today in our comment section, but yeah, we were the first to break about Ange going.
Yeah.
And I will not apologise for that. And I know that person criticised me for doing it, but I'm not going to apologise for it. I'm really not. If we break something first, me or James or Steve or Colin or Tequila, we're going to say we broke it first. And we have proof goes along. We have a reputation and we've got evidence that we do it. But Thomas Frank came in, which you broke first, by the way, may I add, as well, when I was in England. How do you feel about Thomas Frank? I'm really excited by him now. Look, I'm still sad Ange is gone. Ange is the Spurs legend, always has been, always will be. He won us a European trophy, and no other manager's done that since Keith Burkishaw. So, for me, he's a legend. But where are you with Thomas Frank? Are you happy?
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm gonna give him a chance.
Yeah.
I'm happy with the appointment. I'm gonna give him a chance. That's as much.
Are you happy how he's being backed?
Yes, for once I am. I'm very happy how he's being backed. How he's being backed. It's refreshing to see it happening.
So, right, we're going to leave it there, guys. Look, it's been a real bonus having you on tonight, man. It really has. I've really enjoyed it. It's great to have you back. We have missed you.
Thank you.
The chat's missed you.
Thank you.
I've missed my sparring partner.
I'm loving the merch, by the way.
This is very nice, isn't it? Have you seen the T-shirt he's done as well?
No, I haven't seen the T-shirt, but this I do know. This was supposed to be for you. It might not make it that far.
You can have it. You can have it. I see it's covering up the Brian Robson thing as well. Now you got
of course.
Screen. Yeah.
Yeah,
now
I have.
Green screen. Now I can send you my studio so we can look the same when we're doing shows now.
Definitely.
We've become a professional outfit. Liz, man, great to have you back. I'm looking forward to this. It'd be great. We can get back going good and strong. I don't know what your work time is, but we have a bit of a special show tomorrow at 2:00 because we have Dan from Talk Forest TV coming on to talk all things Morgan Gibbs White. And I wanted to get a Forest fan's point of view of what he thinks of the owner, of the transfer, what he thinks of what's happening. So please join us for that tomorrow, guys. I'm really looking forward to it. I am. He's a good lad. And I'm really looking forward to it. But James, where can people find you? And again, welcome back. It's great.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's been great to be back. It's I've missed doing it. Again, to everyone watching, thank you for the kind messages that somebody sent to me in the members chat. It's been a bit of a tricky and struggling time, but it's good to be back. I'm not available tomorrow for the 2:00 show. A little bit busy tomorrow, But if you want to find me, you want to hit me up, please hit me up in the members only chat that we have, or you can find me at THFC James on X. I will be picking up my posting again. Again, apologies. I haven't really been posting much. And it's just been a rough last few weeks. So again, thank you very much for welcoming me back. I've very much missed you all, and it is good to be back. And I will certainly try to get back in on more videos. It's just a slow process in getting me heading back in the game.
It is, and it's about, I know what it's like. I was out for 2 weeks, and it's just getting back up to it, isn't it? It's just about getting back into the swing of it, and I understand that more than ever. Now, I'm leaving this to you. It says, can any of you sing the Thomas the Tank Engine thing? I can't remember it for the life of me.
Something like that.
Yeah, we'll have to do a video. We'll have to get our column to do, or your column, or our column to do a video with that theme tune. We have to, but something has to be worked out. But guys, thank you. Yes, I am live on tomorrow at 2 with Dan from Talk Forest TV, which I can't wait. I will be back on tomorrow at 8 as well with Newsbeat, but then need the latest Spurs news and probably going over what we talked about at the show at 2. Thursday at 1, me and Dave are back with Irish Lads Talk Spurs. So that podcast is back on Thursday. And of course, there will be a show on Thursday evening as well at 8 with all the latest news, views, and everything. Friday, we're back at 8 with Newsbeat. Saturday, of course, we've got the watch along, the first one of the 25-26 season, Tottenham versus Reading. And I will be on from now. I'm a bit undecided. I'm thinking, do I run the first one as a proper match day experience for you guys, or do I just do the watch along? Let me know what you think in the comment section, what you want me to do. And Sunday at 10 o'clock, me, Steve, and whoever else wants to join us, we're doing a Premier League podcast where we'll talk all things Premier League. And it's a new podcast we're going to start off. But guys, we are back. We're back with a bang. The gang is back together. It's a bit like getting AC/DC back together. Do you know? Yeah, exactly. And we've got merch coming as well. I'm so excited about this season, James. I really am.
Yeah.
How excited are you? I'm look, summer's a hate, but I can feel the buzz of it now. I can smell the start of the Premier League season.
Yeah, it's right round the corner now. I always love when pre-season starts because you can get that taste, you get that feel of yes, the boys are back, and we're going to start seeing things really happen within the club. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this season. I'm quietly optimistic.
And also, we only haven't got first team football. We're actually covering the under 21s as well this season as well on the channel. I am so looking forward to that. I cannot wait. Tequila says it's better than the Oasis revival. Nearly as good as Take That revival. Dermo is Gary Barlow and James is Robin Williams. I'll take that.
Let me entertain you.
Do you know what? I've always said to Mrs. Tron, do you know that let me entertain you? I always wanted to play that at the start before I come on.
Yeah.
I just feel if we are sort of talking about, and I've put the idea of taking the show on the road, actually going out to theatres and doing it. And I have spoken to Colin. Colin knows I spoke to him at the end of the season about it. Maybe there will be processes put in place, but I would love to take this on the road, like at the end of every season, take this show into the theatre so people can come and we can be a bit more crazy and a little bit more, bit more than we can be on YouTube. I don't know if people would love that, but I think that'd be great. I've got ideas and everything for it. But guys, we're going to leave it there. Thank you all for watching. Big Bad Ron's just laughing. Look, he's just falling on the floor. He's missing. Look at that. What are you laughing at? He's just pointing at the TV. Do it. well, it takes a lot of preparation. But yeah, we will talk about it. And then Gerard says, Dermo, Cork versus Tip, call it. Right. Now, I was adopted. My birth father is from Cork, West Cork. I am related to Michael Collins, so, and also Column's a Cork man. And if I didn't support Cork, I swear Column would come after me with a wooden spoon. I'm going for Cork. Cork to win it. 2 goals to 10 points, 11 points to Tip. 1 goal to 5 points. That is my call. So let's see if you're right, Gerard. Thank you all for watching. James, thank you for coming on. God bless you all. Come on, you Spurs. In Thomas Frank we trust. We never stop. Join me tomorrow at 2 as I talk with a Forest fan. Can we get the Morgan Gibbs right deal over the line? Let's see. Good night.